Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Ultraman Arc DX Arc Cube Ultraman Arc Luna Armor Cube. So, a month after the Solus armor, Arc obtains his second armor, the Luna armor. Or I think it's Luna, not Lunar, but I'll correct it after, obviously after. It's in the same box style as the Solus armor, which obviously I do appreciate consistency. We have a really nice shot of the form, just tells you boards of what it does, tells you what it's compatible with. Again, I really do like this consistency of the packaging, but now it's in like a really nice blue. Again, we have the Arc Cube just right here in a nice like slant. And then here, obviously, it's mainly just cautions and warnings. Requires 2 LR44s. We have this small section to dedicate what it does, but in case you needed to be more specific, you can scan the QR code right there for the PDF file for the instructions. So here we have the Luna Cube. Lunar? I keep forgetting if it's Lunar or Luna. Here we have the Luna Cube out of its packaging. Really do like the, it's not baby blue, it's kind of like, oh, it's coming off as baby blue on camera, but it's definitely a lot darker than that. And for the first, I kind of wanted to point this out for a while, but like, we never really had a Arc Cube that is just straight up blue, because we've had a lot of them that are just light blue. So it's really nice to see that happen and such. Here's Arc with the Luna armor. There's the stencil outline and the glitter, not the glitter, the gem pattern. It's 03. Are these actually different designs? Wow, I actually did not notice that. But I think it's just because I'm more used to the Arc one. Because as you can tell, Arc is just of basically the Arcorizer and his color timer and such. Solus is of like just a lot of fire, and then this one is of a crescent moon. That's actually really cool. Obviously it's a DX one, so we can actually, or you actually have to press it in. Such the speaker holes and speaker there. This one is B003, and obviously down here is the battery compartment and the reset button. Obviously we'll pull the pull tab. So obviously it starts off in Arc Cube mode. Same standby or activation sound like so. Hold it down. I'm sorry for constantly. Sorry for always talking over the mode switching. Obviously we're in sound mode now. Obviously it's in a sequence of 5 sounds. Form announcement. Rise jingle. The associated grunt. The finisher. And the color timer. Let's use this with our Arc stuff. Same transformation process as always, just with some variation. So there we got that ting. I don't know what to describe this way. Sorry. There we have the summoning of the Luna armor. And honestly, with how the LED comes out, I think it actually comes out better on camera than in person, because on camera, you can actually see that the LED is spreading through the entirety of the cube, as opposed to in person. It's kind of hard to see this edge, but yeah, obviously that is it for that. As we move on to the Arc Eye Sword. Cool. This one is actually just the two LEDs, or two LED colors of blue. So it goes from blue, light blue to blue. So obviously we have the finisher for the Arc Eye Sword version of the Luna armor, and obviously the grunt being consistent. Let's just have this one launch for consistency. But yeah, I know with Soul's armor, I didn't really say much about it, but I think it's just because it's kind of easier to talk about the two collectively, because I don't have anything against the Soulless armor, but I think just sound-wise in general, I definitely do prefer Luna the most. I just think it's definitely it's a more nice jingle for me and such, and because like Soulless is kind of what we've always expected and such, because obviously that's kind of the same like sound philosophy they've been going basically since I want to say Taiga. When they were making the distinctive, like, oh, this is our like base form, strength form, and like speed form kind of thing. I think Taiga was basically the one that kind of started that formula. But even though you can argue obviously with Orb. But I'm gonna say Taiga because it was a lot more distinctive, as opposed to Orb was more on the thematics of the forms. And same with G too. I don't know. I guess Orb and G, you can argue that are basically like that. But yeah, because I genuinely forgot to say, both of these obviously I got off of HLJ for, I think these are like $12 a piece, which I don't know. I think that's kind of steep for what they do, because Hyperkeys sold for like 800, or like they at least sold for like, I think they're annually like $12 or so. So like, it's not too bad, especially because again, like I think these are being sold for the same price as Hyperkeys. I've just seen them priced at like other extreme means on like Macari and such, which is kind of weird. But I think the only thing about this release though is that the fact that this was the only DX release, or the only Cube release in the month of August, that's kind of depressing. Because this is the only August release that I can cover in terms of roleplay, and that's kind of frustrating. It's not the fault of this thing. It's just like, really, you made us wait for the end of the month just for one new cube. You could have at least released something else with it, but I digress. We finally have all three of Arc's main cubes and such. So that will do this review. This is Ryder, and I'll leave you people.